Hello. So today we've got a few things on the agenda. We've got 2 job interviews and a possible open mic or just like a poetry reading. I don't know if it's an open mic. It says on the website it's an open mic, but I've never been, so I don't really know. It's on my summer checklist: find a care job and attend an open mic. So let's get ready. Okay, now we just need to wait for my hair to dry. Outfit. It's very casual. I hope that it's okay.
So after this, I made my way to the interview. I had to take 2 buses, but the journey was actually really smooth. When I got there, I met someone else who was interviewing for the same position. I think the interview went really well. I made my way home. I had a cheeky McDonald's. I tried the new Big Arch burger, which was, I'd say, a 6 out of 10. It would be a 10 out of 10 if it didn't make me feel like shit after. On the journey home, some random guy catcalled me from his construction van, which I didn't really appreciate, but I laughed at him and carried on my merry way.
My phone is probably going to die before... Why am I doing this? Yeah, my phone is probably going to die before I finish cleaning, so it's going to be a race against time to try and clean before my phone dies. This isn't really ideal, but I couldn't really... Oh, I look like I'm taking a shit. I couldn't really find a place for it. Now we need to defeat this pile of dishes. Let's go. We did it! Everything is somewhat tidy. The laundry's not done shit. I need to do my laundry. Next on the agenda, 3 p.m. job interview, which is in an hour. And then at 7:30, it is the poetry event, which definitely has an open mic. Yeah, I'm really moving around a lot, aren't I? Maybe we'll get up there and read some poetry. Second interview done. Thank the Lord above. Hello. We're gonna do my makeup and then we're gonna be ready to go. I just need to go grab my clothes before I leave. So yeah, I'm gonna do my makeup. I'm gonna watch some Markiplier Five Nights at Freddy's. Guys,
I'm not sure what you would call it.
Guys. So we're not gonna talk about this. We're not gonna talk about this. We aren't exactly looking the most slay we could be looking right now, but this is gonna have to do. Hang on. Yeah, it's just this jumper. I've made an absolute state of my room looking for a jacket, but I've just settled on this because it's the only thing that would go with these trousers, and I couldn't afford to change trousers because that's just gonna take me a whole bunch, because then I'm probably gonna change my top and it's just not gonna... Anyway, I'm gonna start going, so let's head out. So I'm at the bus stop. It's actually quite cold. That was really fun, honestly. Like, I didn't expect so many people to be there, and I didn't expect so many people to like poetry. And then like when I read my own poem, like every body part was shaking. But I met this really nice girl who sat with me, and yeah, she was just really supportive, and like everyone was so nice. And when I said like it's my first time here, like everyone clapped, and it was just, and I've had a few people tell me that my poem was good, so that made me happy. But I found it really hard to concentrate on other people's poems just because of the way like my brain works. Like I have such bad like auditory processing, so like I end up completely not being able to listen, which was really bad because there were so many good poems that genuinely I would have loved to read. But I guess if I like look at this book online and then try and read the poems from that, then I'll be able to do that. But the girl who I met, like I got her Snapchat, so hopefully I can read some of her poems as well. I'm happy. And then she's also like giving me loads of like links to other like writing and like poem groups as well, so I can get more involved and probably meet more people who are into poetry, because I feel like I never can find anyone. Okay, hi. So, as you know, it went well. I am actually going to read the poem that I read. I can't believe I read this one. It was just it was the last one I read. I didn't expect to be called up so soon, so this was the poem that like the last poem I read. And the only poem I had in my head, so I was like, shit, I need to just click on my anthology, and that was the first one I saw, and I was like, okay, we'll just do this one. It was kind of well, this is what I said when I got up there. I was like, hi, I was literally shaking. I was like, hi, I've never been here before. And then I was like, so this is a letter to my younger self, and it's called Parasite. You are so loud when I feel so quiet. You make me talk when I'm preserving oxygen. You make me run when I can barely stand. You feed me spirits when I can't feel my own. You fill my lungs with their ashes and I spit and choke. You make me scream when I want to hide. You make me stay and fight when I'm facing nothing but headlights. I'm awaiting the slam of the closet door attached to the noose around my neck, and the smashed mirror across the hall screams at me in pieces. Shattered mirages of collages, self-sabotage obituaries. And the dressing gown noose I could never get the knots out of curls up beneath old dresses and scarves. You never let me rest, you never let me sleep, you never let me breathe. I claw at my throat and wait for you to stop strangling me. I think I'm still waiting. So yeah, that's the poem I read. It was really personal. I didn't expect to read that one. It was honestly a bit of a shock to me, but I did get compliments for it, which I was really like, oh my god, people are complimenting me. That was amazing. That meant so much to me. I've never been around like people who like poetry and actually like it, and like they're all reading their poems and everybody likes it. And I was talking to the girl next to me and she like likes poems and she writes her own, and now I have her on Snapchat and then maybe we can like exchange poems. I've never had that. Why have I never thought to like talk to people about poetry? Like but I feel really happy because now I'm gonna research all of these writing clubs that she gave me, and like maybe I can actually have my own like hobby and like friends. I've had the best day. And I'm gonna remember this night for a long time because it was a time where I really pushed myself out of my comfort zone. And it was really, really scary, but I had a good time. And I met people who were like me. And sorry, this is like shock. There was gay people there. And I was like, I don't know why you're surprised. You're at a poetry club. Like I swear to God, most of them were gay. And I was like, oh, I'm gay. And that made me really happy. Like, I was like, if I brought my girlfriend, nobody would bat an eye. When people say that, like, there's people out there waiting for you, I always think, like, nobody's out there waiting for me. That I just assume I've found my friends now, and they're gonna be my friends for the rest of my life, hopefully. But I always think, like, there's nothing more waiting for you. You've met your limit on good people. You're never gonna find any more people. And that's why I get so scared about being alone and not having people around me, because I just assume that, like, the people I have now are all I'm ever gonna have. And I have to remind myself sometimes that I'm only 21. I've got the rest of my life to find friends. I've got the rest of my life to find people. There's no point rushing into friendships, rushing into things. I can take it at my own pace. I can meet new people. I can talk to people. I can go to these things, these writing things. I can go to things that I love by myself, not expecting to make friends. I have had enough rambling. I'm probably going to cut most of this out because it's just not relevant. But, like, bro, thank you for watching. I've had a really lovely day. I've really enjoyed vlogging it I've just enjoyed vlogging it. So I will see you at some point. Bye.